NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll see Michael Thomas. He's coming off a nice performance, bringing in a pair of touchdowns. It's the Saints and the Falcons. All that and more coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden, and CD, our matchup here in this one, as so many do, revolves around the quarterback position. We've got an interesting pairing here.
And both of them have terrific ability to improvise, and that means when the first read's not there, how quickly can you go through your progressions? Can you hang in there and take a shot as you release it? Can you buy time outside of the pocket? Can you pull it down and run if need be? I think we'll see all of those traits on display in this one.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Mayfield going to the air right away. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
U.S. tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Campbell. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot.
Now the ball comes loose. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
This makes it everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. From the gun, Mayfield. toward the sideline. It's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. From the right hash, this from 33. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it's stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 20 carries, 105 yards.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
The second down pass play there, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play. That means they need to come up with something here on third down. Bond going to throw it. The pass caught by Olave. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. On fourth down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
Mond looks to throw on first down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
The Saints at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Third down from the gun, it's Mond. This one taken in by Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Kamara up the middle. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team. But not in this case. They're just trying to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
Mond, a quick throw complete. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now Mond. Touchdown! A great effort there. His
second touchdown on the season. And the Saints are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. But he is such a matchup nightmare down near the goal line, CD, and another example right there on that play for the touchdown.
It's borderline impossible to defend this guy because that kind of size, he can still get out and run a crisp route, and he has excellent hands. Even if you stick with him, all the quarterback has to do is lob it up, and he can win almost any jump ball.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On second down, a run with Patterson. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. Throwing, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at their 38. Here's Mon. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
With man coverage, he decided to test the road. And he turned up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mon looks to throw. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. If points result, we'll call this play significant.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll look to throw. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. Back to throw. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. The sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be third and a mile. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ramsey. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Now Mayfield lost the football. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarter.
Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, and discouragement clogs that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And complete to Drake London. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Mayfield with it once more. Throws right back to London, complete again.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
Shifts by him. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Mayfield.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Bryan Edwards.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10.
So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
So here are the Saints to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara
knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Lorenzo Carter coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, not the third.
Mond out of the shotgun.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Mayfield looks to throw. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Mayfield now from the 50.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. Great play there. 29 yards. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Lamont fumbles it. And this is going to get out down. So they will gain a little yardage on the play action. And they'll hold on to the football as well. Obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves in the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second and a couple. Mond. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. The quarter blitz works to perfection for Andre Bouye. Right where the set down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun, here's Mond. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now Will Lutz, who went to college a stone's throw from here at Georgia State, comes on for the field goal attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. We'll get another look at Drake London as this offense returns to the field. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Mayfield on first down. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Near midfield at the 49. A very strong gain at 24. To throw, Mayfield. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mon. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now the timeout called for by the offense. And time on the horizon. The timeouts for you.
Mon going to throw it.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Being chased out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start our swing around the NFL right here in Florida. Houston taking on Tampa Bay. And that's been a back and...
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And the Saints set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up the 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground despite that lack of production. They still have the lead.
They didn't get to a fortune with that ball. If they can actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He completes it to Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down. Lorenzo Carter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Edwards.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
Ooh, the juke. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Mayfield to throw it. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Mayfield on play action.
This pass is caught by London.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now a dump off here complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Wherever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Mayfield's throw pulled in by Aguilar.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Going to the air again with Mayfield.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to pull that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Mond's throw caught by Olave. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Mon. They'll get this out to Kamara. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So the completion gets him just a yard. 3rd down and 6 to go.
I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And now they're in the hurry-up. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Falcons offense set to go. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding hard right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw into the hands of Pitts here. So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now he'll let it go deep left side. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there. But obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Kamara. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's Mon.
And incomplete on the deep ball. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Mon looks to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They're going to start to drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Mayfield. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game. So
they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. On 2nd down and 4, Mon. And his throw here is incomplete.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
He'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are right back in this football game.
That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they needed to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Following the interception, Mayfield.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Mayfield now from the 50. It's caught by Aguilar. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Patterson running between the tackles. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield down. And caught by London. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throws right back to London, complete again.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Throwing, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Mayfield with it once more. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Bryan Edwards, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. time, good to throw it. Olave over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Try to run down some clock with Kamara. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Saints, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.